Welcome to Carvin Software's instructional videos of Staffing Complete. This video will give you an overview of how to use the Batch Payroll feature. The Payroll Batch tab is where you can attach and modify personnel from various positions, job sites, and customers, all on the same screen for reviewing and mass processing. When using Batch Payroll, one single check will be cut for a personnel that has worked across multiple orders. Entries can be existing orders or new entries that are added directly to the payroll batch. Utilizing the Payroll Batch tab works best when wanting to process payroll for multiple orders at a time rather than order by order. Start by navigating to the Payroll module. Select the Payroll Batch tab. Click Insert. The software will prompt the user to confirm if they would like to create a payroll batch. Click Yes. Set your pay period range. Set your office. Adding a note is optional, but it is useful if you want it to be attached to the batch for all users to see. After you have these items set, click Save. Next, you will need to add records to the batch. To add existing records into the batch, right-click in the white space and select Attach Records. While on the Orders tab, set the start date and end date, search type, and search value if applicable. Additionally, if you only want verified records or records that have payroll, make sure the appropriate boxes are checked. And finally, click Search. All records that meet the criteria set will be shown. Data shown can be grouped by personnel, customer, order, date, or none. If there's an order for a personnel that you do not want to be processed, expand that personnel record by clicking the plus sign next to their name and double-clicking on the desired line. The order will turn red and will not be processed. Repeat this process as many times as needed. Please note, payroll items that have already been processed will not attach to the payroll batch. Once you have all items that you would like to process, click Attach Records. You can also click the Placement tab. Items on this tab are pulling from existing placements in the Customer module and have the option to already have hours entered in. Repeat the same process to attach hours from the Placement tab. Once you have attached all records, click Finished. You may notice that after you have attached records, the grid looks different than processing a normal payroll batch. The Payroll Batch Step 1 Enter Hours tab has the added columns of which customer the entry is referencing and the order the entry exists on. After reviewing the records, make any necessary changes. If you find an incorrect amount of hours or another error, you can either change it directly on that order or here in the Batch Payroll area. If you have realized you have attached a record in error, simply right-click on the desired line item, select Detach Records, and choose the appropriate option from the menu. Additionally, a placement can be added directly to a batch. When this is done, an order will automatically be generated for the placement. This process would be the same as adding a position and personnel to a normal payroll order. Don't forget, by right-clicking on the grid, the user will see additional features that may be useful, such as bulk add, bulk remove, and bulk set value. Batch payroll requires order verification. This will require you to check the box next to the left of each entry before you can proceed to Step 2 Process Payroll. Once you have verified all line items, the consolidated payroll entries show on Step 2, Process Payroll, and are ready to be processed. Once you have verified all records you would like to process, navigate to the Step 2, Process Payroll tab. All items on this tab are ready to be printed. Select a printer. Set the check date, the pay period start, and the pay period end. Select the correct item in the Only Process drop-down menu and click Print. Please note, the personnel will always receive one check when using batch payroll, except if a personnel has had multiple orders processed that span 2 different states. If this occurs, the personnel will receive 2 checks, one for each state. If you need to void a check, view personnel's profile, email pay stub, copy a check number, or reprint a check, navigate to the Payroll History tab. Select the desired personnel, right-click, and select the appropriate action. For more information regarding batch payroll, please visit our wiki at the address linked on the screen.